Hello there, this is Victor, I'm your host, and this is another PowerShell skills tutorial for the Adobe XD. Now, about Adobe XD, there are a lot of stuff we have to discuss about Adobe XD. The fact that today tutorial is gonna be based on the opening of files and some other stuff like that. Maybe next tutorial we'll discuss some rules of UX and UI design and look at how far we can go with that. So let's just hope for the best. Now, let's see. Now, yeah, I think I want to try and open some of my recent files for this particular class. So I'm gonna open my first choice. Sorry, first one, XD. So it might take a little bit of loading. We're gonna have to wait a while. Actually, I'm gonna maximize this. Wait a bit, and this is gonna be copying your RAM all over and over again. As you can see, my RAM is flying right here. Like I don't really know what's going on again. So it's gonna take a quite a lot of while to load. Okay, we're gonna have to wait for that. Okay, so as you can see, this was actually my first project, and it is based on a particular tutorial which I wouldn't recommend that you you should actually work on tutorials, but I wouldn't recommend that you make the mistake I make quite right here. I made a lot of mistakes actually, and my UX design was kind of poor. But let me open the second UX, and that's going to take a little bit of our time again. Open recent, and I'm going to choose first choice XD. So first choice XD is actually my personal UI design, and maybe I could do a tutorial on it. What do you think? Because it's actually opened my eyes to UI design, because it's just my first time in UI design and I barely know the rules actually. So I managed to combine a little bit of iOS icons along with some Android icons, and it makes a very beautiful, fantastic design. Even though it's my first, and I'm kind of impressed by it. Like I could do this. So that gives you the boldness that you can actually do anything with UX design as long as you set your mind in it and bring out the creativity in you. There's nothing bad in bringing out the creativity in you, because UX design, that's what it brings out in you, creativity. Looking at strategic UI design such as Ashtop, or those people that do this Adobe apps and they put your name and the design beside their name, it's quite that those people, they're actually UX. Some of them are UX / UI designers, and they've got rules. Trust me. So this is my first UX / UI design, and it's quite simple. I hope you're not expecting something that complex. So I'm gonna set this at 50% right here, and you can see what I'm talking about. This is so fantastic. And if I'm gonna tell you about how I added this, I'd say you better not ask. You see, this looks quite simple to do, right? But it's not really that quite simple to do. I could export this code as Flutter code and create the apps within seconds, but I don't really think I really want to go through that stress anyway. I prefer using Android Studio. So now, to create this kind of app, there's something I really need to do. Like I could just model this all over and over again. But I'm gonna give it a tip now. One thing about prototyping, if I could open with prototype of this app, you're gonna see something different. If I click play, get started, you're gonna see how it's changing. It just looks like a normal application and stuff like that. You can see some lines right here join to display, some lines right here join to display. That's actually my handwork, because that's what prototyping deals with. So now what I did was this. I was like, okay, since we want to open those plays, if you click play, this is where it's gonna happen. Actually, that's not even a problem. So now my goal is that whenever we click on this particular place, as you can see, we're gonna change that it opens this page. Okay, that it opens the whole page right here. So now what you're gonna see is when we tap, the trigger is tapped. Once we tap on this small icon, it opens this. If I say the trigger, I could just change the trigger. Actually, as you know, I could just change the trigger. Sorry, a minute. If I were to click on this small icon right here, I could just say it opens this. Sorry, the small icon opens this. So If I tap or I drag, that's the trigger of everything, and it can auto animate, or I could just make it just do a transition or roll over, any kind of one I want to select. So actually you can actually ease the stuff. In After Effects we use ease in to balance the scroll and everything, so I'm going to put ease in. That's the only one I know actually. So let's really go play button and select this. Now as you can see, this is copying out a lot of my data, and that's quite bad. So I don't know if Adobe software can actually do something about this. Look at data it just copied off. The app just froze all of a sudden, and that's kind of bad. So now let's go, press play, and this is what you get. So actually this is just gonna be a little bit of what we're actually supposed to get. This is how the app is gonna look like. Now the reason why I'm saying all this without the bottom part is because what happened was the fact that at this place I just had to extend it, so it's not going to show up to that extent. But let's see another example that we can actually do right here. As you can see, we'll just move this and select this. That one is not also going to show. But what can we actually do? We can actually just click on this and make it like this. That looks quite cool, right? So why don't we just click on this, sorry, not this, and click play. So once I click this, you see it opens this. That means once I drag this particular place, it opens this. The trigger that I set for this one is drag to open stuff like that, or I could just set the trigger to tap. So once I click on this place and I press play, once I tap on this, it's gonna open this, and that's it. So that's how it previews and shows you the best stuff. So it's quite simple to use. As you can see, we managed to do a little bit of prototyping and animation. So this is all about prototypes actually. It's quite simple to do prototype. So one thing about Adobe XD, I should be teaching you how to put image in Adobe XD, and that's what I'm teaching right now. So how do we put image in Adobe XD? That's quite simple. We could just give this a little bit of smaller size. We're gonna minimize this, and I'm gonna go to my pictures, keep eyes of those movies, and let's say I got this picture, Nigeria at 60, and we celebrate at 60. Sorry, I'm gonna use now. Let's use this modeling stuff I did from a tutorial, the first tutorial, modeling tutorial actually. So I can just take this and kind of drag it in this place. You can see what I'm talking about. So this is it. I've perfectly dragged the image into this place. That's how I drag the image. As you can see, I can just drag the image anywhere I wish I could drag it. It looks quite simple to do, and that's perfectly fine. Now one thing to notice is the fact that this stuff, they have shadows. That's not even the least of my problem. So I'm able to drag the photo into this. As you can see, put a photo anywhere I want to put it. But now with this stuff have shadows, and you wonder how they have shadows. That's because I perfectly set the shadows digit, the 536, they are perfect shadow digits, and I highlighted the shadow. If I give it a border, oh, that looks bad. So let's just, if I gave it a lighting, that doesn't look good either. So you can press Ctrl Z to undo your whatever stuff you've done to it. So this is kind of perfectly fine like this. Now another tip about this is when you want to download your plugin, you must download what we call this icon generator. What I call icon generator, I'm gonna take a little stroll down. Yeah, icon for design. Okay, right here I could search any icon name. I could type reminder. Oh, it's not gonna show up for that. Let's put alarm, and it's gonna show a lot of stuff like that. So this is for the iOS one, and these are the Android kind of stuff. So you can know that iOS material design is from the ones of Android or any other devices out there. So you have to be very careful and make sure that you don't make enough mistakes just like that. Like you don't just make mistake that can actually cause some kind of confusion between you and your clients. So as you can see, that's one quick plugin you actually need. So we talked about 2 plugins already, but why does it feel as if I'm just delaying you on plugins? Maybe in another video we can talk about the best plugins you actually need for Adobe XD, but not the next one. The next one video is going to be focused more on those rules. Look at the rules right here. You can see how we're able to manage and change the position of stuff like this. So maybe next tutorial we'll discuss more on Adobe XD. That's all for today. Please make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel, give us a thumbs up on our videos, and also you can actually share this show with your friends. That's quite good. Give it a comment below this particular video if you have any comments, and that's if you have actually. And actually you can actually make sure that you give a thumbs up on this video and you subscribe to this video. So please, thank you very much. Have a beautiful, nice, and wonderful day, and please goodbye and stay safe. We don't want to be a victim of the COVID-19, trust me.